Hey there. Ready to dive into some seriously cool AI breakthroughs with me? We've got four major developments on the docket today, each one a potential game changer in its own right.
It's an exciting time for AI, that's for sure. The pace of innovation is incredible, and the applications are expanding faster than ever.
Absolutely. So let's jump right into our first big story. Anthropic's Claude AI just got a massive upgrade, and it's doing things I never thought possible.
That's right. We're talking about Claude 3.5 Sonnet. And it's not just generating text or having conversations anymore. This thing can actually control a computer, just like a person, moving the cursor, typing, even filling out forms online. It's pretty mind-blowing.
I mean, I use a computer every day, and the thought of AI doing the same thing is both fascinating and a little unnerving. What does this actually mean for the future of, well, everything?
It's a huge step towards what experts are calling general-purpose AI. AI that can understand and interact with the digital world in a much more flexible and human-like way. Think about the possibilities for automation, for making technology more accessible to people who have difficulty using traditional interfaces, even for scientific research.
It's like we're giving AI the keys to the digital kingdom. What's Anthropic doing to make sure those keys don't end up in the wrong hands?
Well, they're very aware of the potential for misuse. They've built in a lot of safety mechanisms to prevent things like spam, spreading misinformation, or even financial fraud. It's all about striking that balance between pushing the boundaries of what's possible while ensuring the technology is used responsibly.
That makes sense. All right, so from AI using computers to AI creating incredible animations, our next stop is Runway and their new Act 1 feature, which has everyone talking.
And for good reason. Runway has essentially found a way to democratize character animation. Imagine being able to capture movement and emotion with just a simple video, like something you shoot on your phone, and then translate that onto an AI-generated character.
Hold on. You're saying I could film myself dancing in my living room and with Runway's Act 1, turn that into a fully animated character doing the same dance.
Exactly. That's the power of this technology. It takes something that used to require expensive studios and specialized software and puts it in the hands of anyone with a smartphone and a creative spark.
That's incredible. I can already imagine the incredible videos people are going to create with this.
Absolutely. And this kind of accessibility is opening doors for independent filmmakers, game developers, even educators. The possibilities really are endless.
Okay, I am officially blown away. But before we move on, you mentioned open source AI earlier. Our next deep dive takes us into the world of Genmo and their Mochi 1 model, which is causing quite a stir. Tell me more about that.
This is where things get really interesting. We're talking about AI generating entire video scenes from text prompts, and not in some high-tech lab, but with open source software that anyone can use and build on.
Wait, hold up. We're talking full-on video generation here, not just static images. And it's open source. How is that even possible?
It's pretty mind-blowing, right? Genmo's Mochi 1 is still in its early stages, but it's already producing some really impressive results. You give it a text prompt, maybe something like a dog catching a frisbee in slow motion with a sunset in the background, and Mochi attempts to generate a video that matches that description.
So I'm picturing something like those AI image generators, but instead of a still image, it spits out a moving picture.
That sounds incredibly complex.
It is complex, but the core concept is similar. What's remarkable about Mochi 1 is that it seems to grasp the nuances of motion and scene composition in a way that we haven't really seen before in open source AI.
You mentioned it's still early days for Mochi 1. What are some of the limitations they're working on right now?
The resolution is the big one. Right now, the preview version generates videos at 480p, which is fine for certain applications, but it's not exactly high definition. They're also working on smoothing out some of the motion, especially in fast-paced scenes where you sometimes get a bit of a warping effect. I see. So still a work in progress, but with huge potential. Now let's talk about why this open source aspect is such a big deal. I mean, we hear that term thrown around a lot, but what does it really mean in this context?
In a nutshell, it means that Genmo is giving away the blueprints to their AI model. Anyone with the technical know-how can access the code, tinker with it, improve it, and even build entirely new applications on top of it.
So it's like releasing Mochi 1 into the wild and letting the global AI community take it for a spin and see what they can come up with.
Precisely. And that's how innovation really takes off. When you break down those barriers and let anyone contribute, you're tapping into a global network of creativity and expertise that can push the boundaries of what's possible much faster than any single company ever could.
That's fascinating. Okay, so we've covered AI using computers, AI creating animations, AI generating videos. What's next on our AI adventure?
Well, we can't talk about AI in creative fields without mentioning Canva. They've been quietly building up their AI capabilities, and their latest move is making some serious waves.
Canva. You mean the design platform that everyone uses to make social media posts and
The
presentations?
very same. They've been on a bit of an AI shopping spree lately, acquiring companies with cutting-edge technology, and now they're integrating it into their platform in some really interesting ways.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What kind of AI magic is Canva cooking up?
One of their most talked about new features is called Dreamlab. It's basically Canva's take on AI image generation, but with their own unique spin on it.
So similar to those tools where you type in a description and the AI spits out an image.
Exactly. But what sets Dreamlab apart is the level of control it gives you over the style of the image. You can generate images in a huge range of styles, from photorealistic to 3D, and you can even use existing images as style references.
So if I wanted to create an image of, say, a cat riding a unicorn, but in the style of a famous painting, I could do that with Dreamlab.
You got it. You could even use your own photos as style references. It's really about putting powerful creative tools in the hands of everyday users.
That's really in line with Canva's mission of making design accessible to everyone. But it sounds like they're going beyond just adding new features. You mentioned they're integrating AI into their existing tools, too.
Absolutely. They're weaving AI throughout the entire Canva ecosystem. Take their whiteboard feature, for example. It's a collaborative space for brainstorming. And now they've added AI-powered organization tools. Imagine you're having a brainstorming session with your team, and the whiteboard is covered in virtual sticky notes. With a single click, the AI can group those notes by color, by author, by topic, you name it.
That's incredibly useful. I've definitely been in brainstorming sessions that felt more chaotic than productive.
Exactly. And to streamline things even further, they've introduced something called reaction stickies. Essentially, team members can vote on ideas in real time, which is great for making quick decisions and getting everyone on the same page.
It's like they're taking all the best aspects of in-person collaboration and bringing them to the digital world with AI as the secret sauce.
Precisely. And the real kicker here is Canva's massive user base. We're talking about over 200 million people worldwide who now have access to these AI-powered design tools.
That's huge. It really highlights the speed at which AI is becoming part of our everyday lives, even in unexpected places like design software.
It's true, AI is no longer some futuristic concept. It's here, it's now, and it's changing the way we work, create, and interact with the world around us.
Well said. And that wraps up our whirlwind tour of some of the biggest AI developments making headlines right now. From AI that can use the computer like a person to tools that can generate entire video scenes, it's clear that this technology is evolving at an incredible pace. What a time to be paying attention.